It's time. Hey everyone, I hope y'all are having a great day, and today I'll be doing a book tag that I've been wanting to do for forever. When I first saw Kat from Katie-tastic do this tag, I recorded it right away. I didn't care that I wasn't tagged, I had to do it, and then I just waited so long to edit the footage that by the time I was editing the footage I was like, this sucks. Not the tag, just my responses to the question. And then the lovely Marine from Marine Kiwi tagged me and I was like, I have to do it. I have to. In case y'all don't know, Taylor Swift is my queen. If I were to stand for someone, it would be for Taylor Swift. Closely followed by Imagine Dragons. But without further ado, let's get to the question. Just as a warning, prepare yourself for lots of singing, fangirling, the like, you know how it is.
We are never ever getting back together.
For we are never ever getting back together. We pick a book series that we thought we were in love with, but ended up wanting to break up with. I really don't mean to step on anybody's toes with my response to this question. Just keep in mind that this is my personal opinion and you don't have to change yours to suit mine. And I don't mean to say that you're wrong if you like the series. But I'm choosing The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer trilogy by Michelle Hodkin. When ARCs for this book were being distributed to the blogosphere, all the bloggers were raving about it, 5 stars everywhere. And so when this came out, I read it right away and I also really liked it. I think I gave it like 5 stars. Then I was lucky enough to get an ARC of The Evolution of Mara Dyer from Goodreads, and I really wasn't feeling this. Personally, I don't really think that I even liked this book that much. I think I loved it so much because everyone else loved it, and I used to be like a really easily influenced reader. So if everyone was loving a book, I also wanted to love it. But now that I guess I'm a more mature reader, I've been reading and reviewing for longer, I'm not that scared to dislike a book that everyone else liked. I thought I loved it. It took me to read this one to realize that I really didn't love it at all. And now that The Retribution is out, I don't really have any interest in finishing the trilogy. But I know lots of people love this trilogy, and that's completely fine. Keep on loving it. Books deserve love.
The love in him is red, 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 red.
For red, you pick a book with a red cover. I'm going to choose Deity by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is a pretty red book. For those who don't know, Deity is the 3rd book in Jennifer L. Armentrout's Covenant series, which is the book series that made me fall in love with Jennifer L. Armentrout. I read Half-Blood, completely loved it. And then sometime later, Obsidian came out, and everyone was obsessing over Obsidian. And I read Obsidian, and I didn't understand the hype because I didn't like it all that much. I think this series is infinitely times better than the Obsidian series.
I don't know why all the trees change in the fall. I know you're not scared of anything at all. Don't know if Snow White's house is near or far away, but I know I had the best day with you today.
For the best day, you pick a book that makes you feel nostalgic. Twilight makes me feel all the nostalgia. I read this in 5th grade, and I'm in 11th grade now, so it's been quite some time. I will love this book forever, and no one can convince me otherwise. Twilight is bae.
You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. 'Cause I knew you were trouble when you walked in. So shame on me now, I'll feel me 2 places I've never been. Now I'm lying on the cold hard ground. Oh, trouble, trouble, trouble.
For I Knew You Were Trouble, you pick a bad boy that you couldn't help but love. So I'm gonna choose Draco Malfoy from the Harry Potter series. Draco is kind of a terrible boy in the beginning of the series, but then by the end, I love him. He's just so vulnerable and adorable. And especially at the end of this book, you can't help but sympathize with him, right?
This is probably my least favorite Taylor Swift song, so I'm just not gonna sing it.
For Innocent, you pick a book that someone ruined the ending for, and I'm generally pretty good at staying away from spoilers if I don't want to be spoiled. Like, if you don't want to be spoiled for a book, do not be looking through its tag on Tumblr or something like that. I guess I'll say Breaking Dawn the movie, because they did change the end to Breaking Dawn Part 2, and one of my friends was talking about it before I had seen the film, so I guess I was spoiled for that, but that doesn't really matter.
All I know is you held the door, and your eyes look like coming home. All I know is a sample name, and everything has changed.
For Everything Has Changed, you pick a character that has gone through extensive character development. Honestly, I could say any Sarah Dessen book or any Morgan Matson book. I don't own a physical copy of this, but Just One Day by Gail Forman. The main character completely evolves by the end of the book, and it's just fantastic. Everything by Gail Forman is fantastic. If you haven't read her books, I don't know what you're doing.
You see the with me.
For You Belong With Me, choose your most anticipated release of this year. For me, it was probably either Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins or Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. And Blood of Olympus is at the bottom right there, so I'm not gonna pull it out. But you probably know what it looks like.
'Cause I was there when you said forever and always. You didn't mean it, baby.
Forever and Always, you choose your favorite book couple. I don't know, there's so many. Hersebeth, Anna and Etienne, Bella and Edward, Sol Angelo, Carew and Akiva, Eleanor and Park, Kestrel and Aaron. You can't just choose one, that's impossible.
This isn't the feeling, Sing Sin. I don't wanna miss you like this. Come back, be here. Come back, be here.
For Come Back Be Here, you choose a book that you just can't loan out because you're afraid that you're going to miss it too much. And as a general rule, I usually don't loan out that many books. It's not that I'm going to miss it too much, it's just that I'm so scared that it's going to return damaged and I can't handle that. But I have never, ever, and will never, ever lend out any of my Divergent books. And it's kind of ridiculous because I have a billion copies of them, I know. But I'm not gonna risk anybody damaging my Divergent books. In fact, when I first read Divergent and I was completely in love with it and I was telling everybody they needed to read it and they were like, oh, can I borrow a copy? I said no, and I bought them copies of Divergent so that I wouldn't have to lend out my own, but I still wanted them to read it. That's dedication.
He's the reason for the teardrops on my guitar. The only thing that keeps me wishing on a wishing star.
For Teardrops on My Guitar, you choose a book that made you cry a lot. And I feel like that's like every book for me. I cry so much. But honestly, if you know me even a little bit, you should know this monster. You're it. You're the ultimate. It's automatic. I'm sure of it. Don't lie. No, don't even try to tell me that you're not the guy.
'Cause the player's gonna play, and the haters gonna hate. I'm just gonna shake. I shake it off.
Shake It Off is a book that you love so much, you just shake off all the haters. Again, do you really even need to ask? Divergent. All of the books, all of them. I will defend them till my death. Probably. I know a lot of people love this trilogy, but I also know a lot of people hate it. I've actually seen so much Divergent hate in my Twitter feed, and I don't want to unfollow them because I guess I like them as people, but it hurts. I usually try not to just tweet hate about books that I dislike, because every time I see someone hating on Divergent, it just feels like a stab everywhere. You can dislike the Divergent trilogy, and that's fine. You just please don't say it in front of me. At the very least, don't deliberately say it in front of me. If you deliberately hate on Divergent in front of me, we're gonna have bad blood. And we used to be mad love. Take a look what you've done. I will shake you off. And that's it for the Taylor Swift book tag. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And also, if you are a resident of the US of A, I hope you guys have or have already had a fabulous Thanksgiving, considering I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, but yeah. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day and happy reading. Goodbye!